Obituaries are sponsored by Colonial Funeral Home and Stokes Chapel, Fair, Ray, and Perry Spencer Funeral Homes, Boone & Cook Funeral Home and Crematory.
Two announcements from Ray Funeral Home. A celebration of life service for Nancy Weeks Ashby is tomorrow at 2 at Woodbine Baptist Church, Mayodan, where she was an active member, with burial at Mayodan Municipal Cemetery. The family will receive friends today, 5 to 8. Memorial services for Paula Allison per year are tomorrow at 6. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service. William Robert Westbrooks, 70, of Eden, died Tuesday. A celebration of life service will be held Saturday at 3 at Boone & Cook Funeral Home. The family will receive friends starting at 2 and other times at the residence. He was born in Roxborough and retired from National Textiles. Surviving are wife, Catherine Walker Westbrooks of the home, children, Christopher Paul Westbrooks and wife Wendy of Eden, Gary Westbrooks and wife Stacy of Burlington, and James Jamie Ryland Oldham of Raleigh. Brothers, Jack Westbrooks and Johnny Westbrooks and wife Nettie of Graham, 10 grandchildren, 1 great-grandchild, and special friend Rick Hairston. Memorial contributions may be made to the American Heart Association. Two announcements from Colonial Funeral Home. Funeral services for Joshua Josh Jonathan Joyce is today at 12 in Sandy Ridge, with interment at Brim Family Cemetery. Shane Michael Green, 42, of Madison, died Monday. Funeral services are tomorrow at 3 in Madison. Reverend Rodney Matthews officiating, with interment in Shining Light Baptist Church Cemetery, Germantown. The family will receive friends beginning at 2 and other times at the home of Paul and Jeannie Lashley. He was born in Stokes County, graduated from UNC Greensboro, and was co-owner of Green's Lawn Service. Survivors include parents Mark and Helen Green, sister Shannon Green, best friends that will serve as pallbearers, Brandon Finley, Jason Clark, Travis Guerrera, Courtney Crandall, Chris Lawson, and Travis Duncan. 5 announcements from Perry Spencer Funeral Homes. Graveside services for Robert Lee Eugene Penn, Jr. are today at 11 at Collins Cemetery. Public viewing for Annie E. Scales Broadnax is today 1 to 7 in Eden. The family will have private burial services. Public viewing for Belinda M. Artis is tomorrow 1 to 7 in Eden, with graveside services Saturday at 11 at Hamlin Cemetery. Arrangements for Leonard J. Threadgill, 88, of Winston-Salem, are incomplete in Madison. Arrangements for Ellen Adeline Galloway Carter, 78, of Eden, are incomplete in Eden. 4 announcements from Fair Funeral Home. Graveside services for Thomas Jackie Jackson Wright Sr. are today at 11 at Overlook Cemetery. Margaret Ann Hazelwood Motley, 85, died Monday. Funeral services are tomorrow at 3 at Hickory Grove United Methodist Church, where she was a member, with burial in the church cemetery. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service. She was born in Danville and was a retiree of Fieldcrest Mills. Surviving are sons Kenneth Motley of Eden and Michael Motley and Deborah of Hickory. 2 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren, brothers Bobby Hazelwood and Doris of Axton, Moyer Hazelwood of Cascade, and Clyde Hazelwood and Mary of Reedsville. She was preceded in death by husband Berkeley Ronald Motley. Doris June Bateman McClung, 97, died Tuesday. Funeral services are tomorrow at 11, with burial in Overlook Cemetery. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service. She was born in Leakesville, was a retiree of Fieldcrest Mills after more than 26 years of service, a member of First Presbyterian Church, member of Widows for Christ, and former volunteer for Meals on Wheels. She also did some extension work with NC State University. Surviving are daughters Janet White and Allen of High Point and Patricia Nasser of Ridgeway. Son Gary McClung of Eden, 8 grandchildren, 13 great-grandchildren, and sister Louise Nance. She was preceded in death by husband Garrett Conwall McClung. Robert Penn Webster, 86, died Tuesday. Funeral services will be held Saturday at 11, with burial in Centenary United Methodist Church Cemetery. The family will receive friends tomorrow from 5 until 7. He was born in Rockingham County, was a U.S. Air Force veteran, graduated from NC State University, and was the retired Vice President of Sales for Mayo Yarns. He was also a member of Centenary United Methodist Church. Surviving are daughter Meredith W. Endermar and Mark of Raleigh, son J. Penn Webster of San Antonio, 6 grandchildren, and brother Dr. John Ray Webster of Stoneville. He was preceded in death by wife Ann Carter Webster. Memorial contributions may be made to the American Heart Association.